everyone, Amanda here, thanks for joining me. Slightly different camera angle today. I'm filming on my iPad to share this with you. So I'm going to share this card with you, and then the second part of the video I'm going to do a tutorial showing you how it's made. This has been made using the brand new card making kit that is available to download very cheaply over on my Ko-fi, and it is called Autumn Bouquet. It's a very beautiful kit, as you can see, created in collaboration with Rachel Doohan. So go and have a look. The link for the kit is in the description box below. So this card is an easel card, but I've done it a little bit different. You'll notice here that there's this central part which gives you extra room for decoration and gives even more of a 3D effect. It all does fold flat, but this centre part here, which you'll see the sentiment and the large bouquet resting on, is a new idea that I have created. So let me see if I can get in and show you without disturbing this iPad. So what we've got here, instead of the easel cards resting on card that's just flat card that's lifted up on foam dots, I have instead created this triangular component. Okay, let me see if I can show you from the side. Okay, so from the side it's like so, and it folds in. Okay, it's beautifully designed, and when the card's flat, the points of the easel rest up against it instead of your traditional foam dots. Okay, so it does all fold flat, and I'm going to show you how that happens without trying to get my big head in the shot. So you lift your easel card parts up and back like so, and then this section here comes unslotted. So if you can see here, it's a little bit like a box construction. Okay, and then it will all fold flat like so. Okay, for mailing. It does have some dimension to it because I've double layered everything, but you can make it flatter if you want it to go even flatter, and that will go in just a larger letter envelope. Okay, so then to put it back up again, this section here, there is like a strip at the back here where this tucks into, a little bit like when you know, a box lid, except it's triangular instead of square. So that tucks around like so, giving you this fantastic section here, like I said, to decorate, and then your easels will rest up against that. It's very easy to make, and I'm going to show you how, so bear with me. Let's go to part 2. Okay, so what you're going to need for the card base is a piece of card. This has been cut to 8 by 11 inches. Now the part that I've cut off the bottom of my UK size A4 is obviously going to be 8 inches, and I need to save that. So if you've got cardstock where you don't need to trim any off of the 11 inch off the length, then you're going to need an extra piece of cardstock that measures 8 inches by approximately 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we're going to turn it on the long side, and we're going to score at 4, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so turn it back on the short side, and then we're going to score from 4 inches down to this first score line and then stop. Okay, then we're going to turn it all the way around again so that we've got the 3 1-inch strips facing us. And on the only on the top one, we're going to go from 1 inch down to that score line, and at the other side 7 inches down to that score line. Okay, then we're going to very lightly, because this is just a cutting guide, do 2 inches and 6 inches. Okay, and then we can take it away from the scoreboard. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep it that way up. You've got 2 squares. So the second square here, just grab yourself a pencil and a ruler and join. So you've got 2 squares there. Okay, we're going to join this point here to this point here. with just a light pencil mark. It's just a cutting guide. And then at the other side we're going to do the same, but obviously go in the opposite direction, so from the outer to the inner. Okay, so that creates that. Now we're going to use this cutting guide to cut away this triangle and this square on that side, and the same on that side. That's one. And that's two. Okay, if you've got any leftover pencil marks, rub them out. Okay, so now what you also need to do, and again this is just a guideline, if you're awesome at gluing things freehand, do it freehand, but for those of you that are not like me, what we're going to do is, so we've got this section and this section, so we've got our funny shape and then two 1-inch ones. After the score line from the last one there, going to the left, we're going to make a small pencil mark at 1 inch. So from that score line there, just mark 1 inch. This is just going to make your life a little bit easier. And 1 inch. And 1 inch. And this is how you can create awesome cards without the need for fancy cutting dies, which can be expensive. So sometimes there might be some processes which seem a little bit long and drawn out, but it helps you get the accuracy that you would with dies without spending a fortune. Okay, so you've made yourself that guideline there. Alright, so then you've got your strip here. Okay, we're going to glue the strip between the guideline and the score line, so not right on the pencil line and not right on the score line, in between. That's why we've drawn a line. Now what you also want to do is just bring your extra strip, put it against the bottom line there where you've got the cutaways, and just give yourself a visual representation of that 1 inch on either side. Okay, so you've got a little pencil mark that matches up with where this ends, and the reason for that again is to help you with accuracy. So you'll need to glue this section here and here. Don't go over the pencil mark. Okay, so what I tend to do, because I like to use glue, and glue will spread no matter what you do, it will spread a tiny bit when you press it down. So I do my glue in and I'll just go in the centre of there. So I'm going up to there, but I'm really not going anywhere near that pencil line, okay? Because I do not want glue on this side, or it will stop our card from folding in nicely. It'll stop the mechanics working. So that's why we've taken just that extra time to just do that pencil mark. So then turn it over, obviously glue down, and line it up into your space. Again, because you've gone and took the extra time to do that pencil mark, it's going to make your life a lot easier, because you're going to be able to see if it's in the centre more or less and that it's straight. Okay, preparation. Right, so whilst that's drying, we're just going to fold this top score line in. Okay, I'm leaving the bottom alone for a moment whilst it dries. So what you want to do here is we're going to make the easel components. So what you want to do, and this is really important that you listen carefully, we're going to make score lines going from the top outside in. Okay, please don't do it the other way around or it won't work. So top outside in. Okay, so grab your scoring tool and your ruler, and you're going from the top outside corner to the centre where the score lines meet each other. Okay, so from the centre outwards. Really important that you do that carefully. So top outside in, because it's so easy to just do an easel card the wrong way, and then the easel part will fold the wrong way and you'll get annoyed with yourself. So you've got a triangle shape going inwards, okay, that you've scored. All right, if you've not got that, then you need to re-listen because it'll fold wrong. Trust me, I know because I've done it. Then we're going to cut down this score line here to release the two easel card components from each other. Okay, then you're going to, so then these will fold inwards. Okay, so if you're at a stage where you can't fold it inwards and you're folding it that way, it's wrong. It wants to be folded towards the middle and towards the outside. Okay, now those that are seasoned card makers will know this, but I always like to do my videos as if somebody brand new to card making is watching and has never made an easel fold card in their life, because it looks really simple, and it is simple, but if you get this part wrong, then it won't be right. Obviously. So now it looks like, you know, shirt collars going outwards. That's what it should look like, okay? If it's not looking like that, then you've scored it the wrong way around. Right, let's carry on. So what we're going to do is we're going to give that a really good burnish, because you've got to give your paper, you've got to tell your paper where you want it to go. Okay, and you build it, rebuilding its memory from being in a, you know, straight to being folded. Okay, so then at this point you can go, your glue should be dry, you can fold these bottom sections up. I get really serious when I'm in teacher mode, and the reason being not because I think I'm the best teacher in the world, but I want to make sure that it's really clear for everybody. So hopefully you've understood and have explained it well enough. If not, you'll have to rewind it and watch it again. Right, so, and now I need to just fold this score line here. So fold those back in, give that a really good press, and that's all of your scoring. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to put your square panels on here. All right, now I've cut mine to 3 7/8 to 3 7/8 because these are 4 by 4, so there's just going to be a small increment all the way around. Now if you're a seasoned crafter, you'll know that you just glue that triangle there and glue that on. Okay, if you're not a seasoned crafter, I'm going to explain it to from the needle to the thread. So when your card's shut, there's the crease line. When it's shut, we're just gluing these two inner triangles. Okay, don't glue that, don't glue that, and don't glue your card, glue the triangle. Okay, and what also you want to do is you need to bear in mind that this is ever so slightly smaller than your actual square because we're layering, so we've left an increment. So don't glue right up to the edges. Okay, leave a space. Now when I'm using glue, as I've said before, I always leave a space to give it room to spread anyway. You can always go back in and add more, but it's awfully messy if you need to take it away because you've got too much. So you're just doing a triangle of glue there. Whilst that's shut, hold your card down at one corner, line it up, and now have a look and see if you've got the same increment all the way around on this one flap here. If not, just give it a wiggle. You've got time before your glue dries. Okay, and then give it a press. And then do the same at the other side. Stick your panels down before you put your pattern on. And that's how I do it anyway. And then I'll build my pattern on my card. You can do it the other way, but I personally find it easier doing it this way. Okay, and then you're not sticking things on upside down and the wrong way around. Okay, so again I'm just lining that carefully up, making sure it's all straight, and that should all stay within a nice size once it's all glued on, and it should all be nice and flush. Okay, give that a press. So that's your easel card component done. So move that out of the way a moment, go back in, remove your pencil mark from there. Let me just find a really important, you use a very clean rubber. Don't go using one that you've been making polka dots with or anything like that. Like I have. Okay. And it's left a bit of a smudge on mine because mine is pearlised white card because it is the only thick white cardstock that I could find, but I'm not worried. Right, so then obviously this bit will fold and it tucks into, it should do, tucks into there nicely, okay, like so. And then these will lift up and they will just catch on that bar there and stay nice. So then what you want to do is, when you're decorating, unfold it all, lay that bit flat, and just think about where you want your, I mean, I like to decorate them while they're stood up and then I can visually see what's appealing, but it's up to you how you decorate them, whether you want to decorate the panels before you stick them on, but that's how you make it. Alright, so go away and have some fun, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.